In this video, we're talking about a case study example for a client aggregator. Have you ever been to remote parts of Scotland or Wales and seen RAF fighter jets flying so close to the ground you wonder how they don't crash? So growing up in the Scottish Highlands, this was a daily occurrence as we lived in an area where the fighter pilots were trained for combat. And with the first Iraq war happening at the same time, this meant that it was pretty normal to see 3 or 4 fighter jets in these simulated dogfights with each other on the walk to school every morning. The area was home to the Army as well as the Royal Marines. They both had military training bases in the area. It was a few years after leaving school that we'd started to receive emergency call-outs to both of these military bases, normally due to power failure or a fault with their backup generator. So one of these emergency call-outs later led us to replacing all of the lighting in this 9-story building, closely followed after that by a complete new commercial kitchen, all as part of an ongoing refurbishment and maintenance program. We'd been involved in delivering various public sector contracts at that time, but we'd never figured out how to crack the Ministry of Defence, and this had been our foot in the door almost by accident. As we found out later, most of the MOD contracts are extremely large contracts, generally in the range of about £300 million each. And so they're generally close to smaller businesses. You'd need to have revenue of over £2 billion to win a contract like that. These contracts are managed and delivered by either large outsourcing companies or defence contractors who operate as client aggregators. The same defence contractor was responsible for every Ministry of Defence site across the entire region. This meant that by working in partnership with them, we could provide our service to the MOD without having to go through that formal tendering process as is normal for the government contract. So by working with a client aggregator, it gives you access to a large bulk contract, normally for multiple sites.